What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Very exciting video today. It's been a really fun Saturday. Some very entertaining football games, including some that are still on as I'm recording today's video. Ladder challenge, day number 2. I guess technically the clock has not hit 0.00. I'm a professional. I hate to call things early, but fingers crossed, knock on wood. Miami's up a boatload of points. They have the ball. We need them by a field goal to get through our number 2 wager, our day 2 wager here in the ladder challenge. So I rarely do this, but I'm going to assume our ticket is going to go ahead and cash. I wanted to get this video out to you guys early enough. I didn't want to post this at like midnight. Maybe you guys would be sleeping. So right now I have the ladder challenge round 3 ticket. If that ticket number 2, if Miami can just win the game by a field goal, again, it would be unbelievable if they collapse this game. But if we can get through that one, I got day 3, wager number 3 ticket for you guys in today's video for NFL here. Guys, if you're new to my channel, definitely hit the subscribe button. Be sure to drop a like on the video as well. Let's see how many likes we can get on today's video. You guys almost got 500 in my last video, so I'll offer you the same thing. If you can get today's video to 500 likes, I'll go ahead and put my best premium pick in the comment section below for all of you guys to have in addition to this ladder challenge wager. And this ladder challenge wager, this day number 3, this is very important. If we can just get through this ticket, we'll be at our first profit-taking interval. We'll be able to take out our first round of profit along the way of reaching our end goal of $10,000. And then from that point forward, regardless if we get all the way to 10 grand or maybe we come up a day short or something, we're going to be taking profit along the way. So it'll be all gravy as long as we cash the ticket I have for you in today's video. This is very exciting. I think this is a winning ticket, guys. I cooked it up, man. I'm ready to go. Let me bring up FanDuel Sportsbook. I'll build you the ticket. I'll give you the reasoning why I chose each leg. You guys can let me know in the comment section which leg of the ticket you think is the riskiest. But, guys, I think it's going to cash. I think it's going to cash, man. So let's start with some simple ones here. And not simple as in they're for sure going to cash. Just simple as in like they were obvious to me. I really like the Lions this week. I really like the Lions. The Bears, they let, J.J. McCarthy beat them. I can't trust a guy who paints his nails. I can't trust Caleb Williams. It's just really, really hard to believe the Bears can win this game. You also have a Detroit Lions team that's coming off an embarrassing loss, a horrible beatdown. They're back at home. They're back in their indoor environment where Jared Goff plays much better. Me, and I think a lot of you guys will be in shock if the Lions do not take care of business here against Chicago, but it's still a conference game. Maybe the problems with the Lions are real. Maybe losing those coordinators were real problems. So again, guys, we're going to take some points in our back pocket. We're going to take some points in our back pocket. The point of these big alt line parlays is to pick things that take for one of these legs to come up short is going to take an extreme scenario. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab the Detroit Lions at home with a full 7.5 in our back pocket. God forbid Caleb Williams has a decent game. Maybe these problems for the Lions are a little bit real. They're still going to be in this game. They'll still probably win a close one, even if it doesn't look too right. 7.5, that is a green check mark. The Bears are not beating the Lions, who just got embarrassed at home by 2 scores. So Lions plus 7.5, that's going to be a green check mark. Giants and Cowboys, man. Giants and Cowboys. Go to alternative spread. The Giants, man. The Giants are just horrible. They're just terrible. They don't have a quarterback. Dak is healthy. We still have CD. We still have Ferguson. We have Pickens. We have a defense that's low-key pissed off that they're disrespected, that, everybody acts like Parsons was the whole defense. Maybe somehow, some way, the Giants can, steal this thing. I don't know. Maybe we get some decent quarterback play. The Giants look like they have a little bit of life and they can squeak away with, a field goal win. It's not going to be by margin. I can assure you of that. So, again, guys, we're going to take a full touchdown in our back pocket. The Dallas Cowboys plus 7.5. You kind of notice the theme? Teams that absolutely should win their game. Teams that I actually believe will not only win, but cover. And they're both at home. They're also home environment. So you guys can kind of see the theme I'm going with. Before we jump into this next leg, guys, massive opportunity, no obligation to you guys. I want to give you my best pick for Sunday. This video is going to get probably 6,000 views. I just want 500 people to tap the like button. That's it. It's free. It's a button. It'll take you a millisecond just to click it. Helps me out. Helps more people find these videos. It helps more people cash tickets. They'll be happier as well. You guys will be happier. We're almost to our first profit-taking interval, this ladder challenge. Putting some money in your guys' pocket at my own convenience. So I hope you appreciate it. I'd expect you guys to do this anyway, but if just 500 people can hit that like button, I'd love to bless you guys with one of my best premium picks. I'll put it right in the comments for all you guys to have. So let's see if we can set a new record on likes in today's video. Let's get back to the ticket. And then we'll go down and we'll go to Monday Night Football and we'll go to this Texans game. I want to show you guys something here. Let me pop over to Outlier Sports. I want to show you some early betting data for this particular game. Again, we have a doubleheader here on Monday night. I want to show you the early money splits. Check this out. Yeah, the Bucs got a win. I thought they were lucky. I thought the Falcons were arguably the better team. 71% of bets right now, not the money, just the bets, the amount of tickets placed on the spread are on the Bucs. 29% of the money. Very, very similar money splits on the money line as well. Look at the sharp action. There is no doubt about it. The early money, the sharp side is the Texans. And I do believe the Texans are going to win this game outright. And by the way, guys, this really awesome platform, Outlier Sports, you can look at all this data, the matchup, the injury updates, the insights, which are all those prop bets with the sample sizes provided, all the projections, all of the data, all of the toys on this platform, you guys can have at no cost. I put a link in the description for Outlier, a free trial, an entire week. So you can sign up right now with the link in the description. Absolutely no cost to you guys for an entire week. Use it for NFL this week. Use it for college next week. And after a full week of the platform, if you don't think it gave you an advantage, then you don't have to move forward. If you thought it was really cool and it helped you win money, then you can move forward with the really, really cheap subscription. It's a wonderful platform. I have a subscription. So check out Outlier. Again, link in the description for a free trial. It's an absolute no-brainer to at least do the free trial. I mean, I really believe in that. But back to FanDuel. Texans. Alt spread Texans, man. At the end of the day, Baker's still on the other side. I like Bucky Irvin, Mike Evans, proven veteran. Shepard, decent. There's still some players here on the Bucs. So I'm not going to totally say it's impossible that Baker can't have a really, really good game. So we're going to go with an alternative spread. And we're going to take even more meat on the bone here, guys. We're going to grab 11.5 points. I love those 11s. Sometimes you're at a margin of 4, from field goals and touchdowns being traded. And then maybe you get one last touchdown in junk time. And that could bump the margin to 11. But it's not going to be over 11.5. Again, I fully believe in my heart that the Texans win the game. You guys saw the predictions I gave out in my week 2 NFL picks video. I like the Texans here. 11.5. Notice the theme. All 3 teams we've taken, we think they're going to win the game outright. We have points in our back pocket, and they're the home team. So I believe that's 3 for 3. And that brings us back here. Let me scroll back up. Actually, is there one more? Let me bring up the ticket just so I'm not forgetting. Again, I just cooked this up. Yes, there is one more alt spread here. There is one last game where I chose an alternative spread. I think you guys probably know where I'm going. Eagles and Kansas City. Look, this is going to be an incredible game to watch. It's going to be entertaining. I think we're going to see some NFL rigged voodoo that everybody talks about. I did see, I believe Dallas Goedert is out for the Eagles. They still got Smith. They still got A.J. Brown. They still got Saquon. They still got the better defense, in my opinion. But Mahomes at home as a dog, I understand the statistics behind that. The Chiefs don't want to be 0-2. Everybody knows the statistics. Teams that start 0-2, their chance to make the playoff, Super Bowl revenge. I'm aware of the situation. I got it covered, guys. Don't worry. I'm totally aware. That's why we're going with an alt spread. I think the Eagles are the better team. I think the Chiefs are probably somehow, some way going to win the game. It just could be a classic, Patrick Mahomes, one last drive to get in a field goal range type of a walk-off win for the Chiefs here. So we're going to go with the Eagles, guys. And again, we're going to bump it up to a number that I just think it would be beyond my comprehension if they don't cover the number. Again, the Eagles are better. Do I think they win the game? They probably should. They still got Calcantara or whatever his name was. They got plenty of tight ends. They got Saquon. Saquon can catch as well. He has good hands. You can use him as a receiver. A.J. Brown. The Chiefs are not what they were. Travis Kelce is busy getting married to Taylor Swift, and he's just of older age. Pacheco, we'll see how he goes. Kareem Hunt, pretty good player. No Xavier Worthy, no Rice in this game. This is going to be a grind out game. This will be one of the best games to watch for entertainment purposes. I truly do think it's a coin flip. Gut feeling just from being around football so long. Somehow, some way, Chiefs at home probably squeak this off. Eagles 11.5 lock. Eagles 11.5 lock. Maybe the Chiefs walk this thing off or win by one score. But Eagles with 11.5. Yeah, they're just the better roster. I think we see some NFL voodoo. Chiefs get the job done. Barely is what I would have to pick if a gun was to my head. But yeah, Eagles plus 11.5, absolute lock. So that brings us to one last game here. One last game to finish out the ticket. Before I do that, I do want to just remind you guys to check out the bottom of the screen. Numbers are not updated. Had some winners, had some losers. Looks like a decent college football week. Got a 6.2 unit max play in the mix right now, so hopefully that comes through for us. Looks like another winning week. But guys, I'm crushing premium. I've done it for years, man. Scroll through years and years of my results. I went 3-3 in the NFL last week, but it should have been 5-1. Two of my biggest losing plays, Ravens on the money line and the over in that Thursday night game, got completely robbed on both of those. They were the right bets. They were the right sides, the right reads. I have a huge week. I've sent out tons of plays, and I have another giant text message, a giant copy and pasted text message that I've put together on my own, ready to go to send out to the client list here in the late night hours here on Saturday, early morning hours here on Sunday. Everybody on my text list will get the additional plays. I have a massive slate, guys. I'm going really, really hard this week in NFL. Some monster plays, a couple teasers, some alt line parlays, a bunch of straight bets just against the spread and totals. We're ready to go in premium, guys. You can get on my text list. Again, this is not updated. This isn't even with the NFL. That's just my college football coming into the week. But danspicks.net, my website, links in the description. This ladder challenge stuff's fun. I know it puts a lot of money in your pocket. I know you guys like to tail this sort of thing. You know, multiply your bankroll rather quickly, not really professionally, but in kind of a more fun manner. If you really want to take sports betting seriously, you'll get on my text list. I win on repeat. You guys see what I do in college hoops, NBA playoffs, football season. Still early. Get on that text list, guys. It's a massive Sunday. And even if you just get the weekly package, that'll get you all college football next week as well. So you can lock in for Sunday and Monday NFL, and then you'll have me for all of college this coming week. You get a full 7-day subscription. $70, man. It's going to pay for your $70 subscription. So definitely consider getting on my text list if you want to take sports betting seriously. That's only, for an example, college football coming into the week, up 9.8 units so far in the season, 18-9. That's almost $1,000 if your unit size was $100. So just one example, man. Again, a week is $70. So you guys do the math. Let me pull back up FanDuel. Here we go. Let's finish out this ticket for you guys. So so I got creative on this one. Everybody that watched the Bengals get very lucky. I would say lucky. I would say the Browns were better. I wasn't impressed with the Bengals. Joe Burrow didn't look great. Jamar Chase, a quiet day. I'm not seeing that twice in a row. We see Joe Burrow here set at 269. He's going to have 300 plus. I think he's going to have a big game. I think Chase has a big game. I think Higgins has a big game. I think they could throw it to Brown out of the backfield. They got good tight ends. I think Joe Burrow at home crowd, one game to get the rust off, kind of a lucky win. Usually they have slow starts. Usually they blow those games in the early season. The Bengals do. So I think a little bit of weight lifted off their shoulders. I expect a much better effort here. And at the same time, I do expect the Jaguars to keep pace. I do think this is a high-scoring game. I think Trevor and the weapons that he has now over there in Jacksonville, I think they can keep pace. I know that the Bengals defense is really what won them that first game, but the Browns looked atrocious. Flacco's Flacco, Jerry Jeudy and some other people, they were dropping easy passes. So I'm not going to put a whole lot of stock into this Bengals defense. I think this one definitely gets into at least the 50s. I think both teams score in the 20s, no problem. So this is what I came up with. Joe Burrow, he's sitting at about 270 yards. We're going to go with an alternative passing for him. 200 yards. 200 yards. He's coming off a game where he threw for 130 or something, somewhere in the low 100s. Not happening again. This is Joe Burrow. They're healthy. He's got all his weapons. It was a quiet game from Chase. They're going to get it together, man. I bet they had a good week of practice. They were on the road against the rival. The Browns have a great defense. Myles Garrett putting the pressure on him. I'm not overreacting. I think the Bengals offense is going to look good this week at home versus the Jags. So Joe Burrow to get us 200 yards through the air. Wouldn't be completely shocked if he did it in one half. And then what we're going to go with, where do I even find this? I believe it's in the popular tab. We're going to scroll down here. And we're going to keep scrolling down. We're going to look at this. So Cincinnati's point total is set at 26.5, upper 20s. We're going to go to a Bengals alternative team total. I almost put in just an alternative total in this game, but I don't quite want to trust Trevor Lawrence on the road. And at the end of the day, the Bengals defense did look improved. Although the Browns are bad, it did look improved. So I don't want to rely on Jacksonville getting us points. We're going over 16.5, guys. We need 17 points out of the Bengals. 2 touchdowns and a field goal from Joe Burrow, those offensive weapons, and a home field advantage against the Jags, man. 17 points we need out of the Bengals. They're expected to get in the high 20s. They're coming off an ugly game, which I think provides more value on these numbers. I think the Bengals score in the 30s. I think they're going to score in the 30s, no problem. I think the game goes over the total, all that good stuff. But over 16.5, minus 900, I think it should be closer to minus 1,500. I think it's priced incorrectly just because of how bad they looked in week 1. I'm not overreacting. I know this offense. I know these weapons. Minus 113, guys. There's your ticket for Sunday and Monday combined. Ladder challenge number 3. I'll put my bet slip on the screen to show you guys I locked this thing in. Miami. What is Miami at? What is Miami at? Are they collapsing? Are we going to cash this ticket? Miami is up 28-6 still. 7 minutes left. Third quarter. They're up 22. Are they going to have a 20-point meltdown? Unlikely, guys. So here you go, man. Day 3 ladder challenge. Excited for this one. Let me know in the comments what you think about this, guys. And yeah, we cashed this one. This ladder challenge about to get real serious. I'll see you in the next video.